we have to do is decide to step out in faith. We live, unfortunately, in a culture that I believe is more post-Christian and even anti-Christian than it's ever been in our nation's history. I've actually made some study of this historically. That's not just a blanket statement or some kind of hyperbole. I do believe that biblical morality is more opposed today than it's ever been. And so if we're going to, for instance, stand for life, we understand that we're going to be accused of a war on women. We're going to be accused of being anti-choice. We're going to be accused of imposing our morals on other people. I read an article the other day that called us virulent pro-birthers, was the phrase that was being used to describe us. We just have to know that that's where the culture now is. There was a day when President Clinton was arguing that abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. Well, rare is gone now. Now it's shout your abortion hashtags. Now it's Facebook live stream abortions at Planned Parenthood clinics and so forth. So that's the first step, is to decide that I'm willing to be bold and courageous to stand for life because I know what's at stake here. And my reputation isn't as important as the actual precious, innocent life that's at stake. So that's the first thing we do. Then second, we ask the Holy Spirit to lead us. All right, God, how am I to speak into this? How can I make the most practical, positive, substantive difference? Quick example of that. Two of my favorite people in this conversation are a couple that I knew in a church that I pastored. They were very committed to a belief that life begins at conception and it is sacred, and they wanted to know what to do. They came across a 15-year-old pregnant teenager that they wanted to help. She was deciding whether to abort her child. They said to her, the reasons for this were that she did not have the financial means to raise the child and didn't have a family system to support her. So they said, we will adopt you. We will bring you into our family. We will give you a life. And when your daughter is born, we will adopt her as our own. And that's what they've done. This teenager that they adopted is now a college graduate. She's now married, I think, to a minister. And her daughter is their daughter. And they have stepped into that family system in the most proactive, beautiful manner possible.
And sometimes hearing stories like that to encourage others that they have the courage to step forward as well.
And God will give you the grace to do that if you're willing to make that step. I'm reminded of that place in the book of Joshua where there's the flooded Jordan River. They have to step into the water before God will stop the flood. It's not that we earn His blessing in doing that. Such faith positions us to receive what grace wants to give. So if I say to the Lord, Lord, I'm willing to take this step. Show me what to do. Give me the courage. Give me the means to do this. Show me how you want me to do this. He will answer that prayer. And He will use you in ways you can't begin to imagine today.